Yo, yo, yo. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mufaro J. This is my first real YouTube tutorial, so bear with me. Alright. I'm gonna try and get real into this real quick, but first I'm gonna do a few shout outs and a little quick introduction. This is a Regalia type beat, so I gotta pay homage to the one and only RoyalAnsem. I'm using one of his kits, the RoyalAnsem Royal X Reset 2022 Regalia Stash Kit. That's where all these one shots are from that I used in the thing, with the exception of the Omnisphere. Lots of cool strings, pianos, pads, and ethnic kind of stuff. So definitely check it out. Drums, the hats, the claps are all cool too. All right, let's get into it. So first, I laid down the groundwork, which is just this little kind of chord progression thing. Hella fire, right? That took me like 20 minutes to do because like I had to feel the vibes. So like I watched some Final Fantasy fight clips from like the game. I watched some anime, and I really embodied the spirit of Regalia. Cause Regalia, that's like some war type music. That's like some Regalia is the real. That's the real deal. So, but that's another story. So next, I used another violin type sound, and I played like a top melody. And I'd say that top melody really adds the sauce. And the reason I doubled these was just to make them fuller. Because if you hear it like this, it just sounds kind of quiet. I was just trying to make it sound a little louder, and then I can turn it down. This right here, this is just a background violin. All I did with this was I took the root notes from here and copied them. And I'm gonna teach you guys a quick tip with this. So if you notice, it starts low and just kind of builds up and then drops again. And I did that with pretty much everything. It kind of starts low, builds up, drops, builds up, drops, builds up, drops, builds up, drops. And that's just kind of the pattern I followed for the entire melody of everything. And I think that really kind of creates the vibe. I'm gonna try and do like a music theory on Regalia because I'm pretty sure I could figure that out and break it down for y'all. I got a bell in here, follows the root notes. I added a choir, also follows those root notes. This is what that sounds like. Alright, so if you do not have Omnisphere, I recommend, I think there's a choir thing in here. There might be. Let me see. Let me see. Doesn't look like it. So you can download some one-shot kits with choir sounds in them. But what you could also do is you could just, if you got the money, buy Omnisphere. If you want my honest take, I'm gonna do a video over plugins in a few weeks or a few days, talking about plugins that I really think are worth it and plugins that I don't think are worth it. Plus, they're free alternatives or things that are cheaper. Omnisphere is one of those things I've always been on the fence about. Very expensive. There's a lot of sounds. There's a lot of updates. But I don't use Omnisphere at all. I use one shots 99% of the time because of CPU. When you use one shots, you can just do a lot more effects, do a lot more cooler stuff with your plugins, like post production kind of stuff, as opposed to using these types of VSTs and then running up your CPU. So next, I'm gonna talk about the drums. But before I talk about the drums, I'm gonna use this hi hat to explain something here. Alright, so that right there, that's just a third step. With Regalia, you kind of want to use that third step pattern. I also use that in this melody right here, this top melody. As you see, um, I don't know what it is about the third step, but it really just gives it that sound. And if you just kind of play around with it, as you see, like here, it's that's four. If I'd use four, it would be easier to explain. But there's 12 or there's four, which means there's 12 in between here, right? So it divides it up. What's 4 divided by 3? I mean, what's 12 divided by 3? It's 4. Dang, I'm tweaking. Sorry, I just got out of the gym. That's probably why I'm tweaking like this right now. That pre-workout always gets to me. But anyway, here's my 808, and I used two. I got one that's just like a long sub, and then one that's kind of a little bit more distorted sub. I like the distorted sub a lot more because I think it just it hits harder. And my goal with this, once I actually finish this beat, is this long distorted one. That's gonna be kind of for like the I might just use that one for like the verse, and the other one I'll use it for the hook. That way, there's some variation between the beat. Variation is always good for your beats because it helps the artist know, hey, this is this part that I'm rapping to, and this is this part. So here, now I'm just gonna show you guys the drums. All of these drums, with the exception of these two right here and this snare, came from this kit. This snare, I'm pretty sure it's in this kit. There's a minor slight change because I think I tweaked that one a long time ago. So I just use that snare in a lot of beats just because I made it perfect for my style and my sound. So yeah, don't worry about that though. You can find the same sounding snare in here. I guarantee it. It's, what I'm saying. You guys definitely probably have kits with that snare in it. If you don't, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. The bell is also in there. There's two of them. There's this one, and there's that one. I prefer the first one just because I did not know there was a second one until 5 seconds ago. Alright, so now I'm just gonna play you guys the full thing. That way you guys kind of know what I was going for with this beat. So I didn't really finish it because I wanted to make this video first while it's kind of fresh. Um, yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's basically it, y'all. I, Regalia is not as hard as people make it out to be. I think the thing about Regalia is your layers and really kind of the sound and the vibe. So, what's most important though, obviously, is your sound selection. We knocked that out. I told you guys to get the kit to get. Um, you know, who's making the sound, the style. I showed you guys to use third steps. It helps a lot. I kind of talked to you guys about the stair method and dropping it, going up the stairs, going down them. That helps a lot with this type of beat. We talked about the bells, the choir. There's one, two, three, four, five, technically six things that just are basically based off of root notes. Like this, literally, all of these one right here, they follow just the root patterns of this. And this right here is a combination of those root patterns and me playing in that scale. So it's really not as hard as people make it out to be. Uh, these are some simple drums, simple clap, simple snares, stuff that you could possibly do. I can do a drum tutorial later, but this one I really just wanted to focus on the overall sound and most importantly, just the melody aspect of it. So if you learned some stuff from this video, definitely give it a like. Comment on some things I can work on. Give me some feedback on the sound of the beat. Um, if you genuinely learned something, if you liked the video, if you think I'm an idiot, whatever you want to say it. I always appreciate constructive criticism.